access shapes, you'll come over to the Elements tab where you'll see Shapes. Click on See All, and it will open up all the shapes and lines under that section. Let's say you want to use this square shape, you'll just click on it, and then you can edit the shape since it's currently plain and unedited. If you change your mind about that shape and want to switch to another one, you can change it directly from here instead of deleting it. Just select the new shape and it will update automatically. To change the color of the shape, click on this color option. You can even leave it with no color. For example, if you want the shape to be invisible, you can remove the color entirely. That way, while you can't see it, the shape is still present and editable. Alternatively, you can change it to any other color, like this. You can also add a border around the shape by clicking on border and selecting different styles. For example, you can add a solid border, a dashed border, or even a dotted border. Let me enlarge the shape so you can see the difference. If the border width is too small, it might not be visible, so you can increase the border width to make it more noticeable. You can see the difference as I adjust the width. I'll stick to a solid border for now. Next, you can change the border color by clicking here. Let's say I choose this cobalt blue color. You'll notice the border color changes from black to blue. If we go back to the square shape we started with, you'll notice the sharp corners. Let's say I want to round the corners to make them smoother. You'll just click on the shape and adjust the corner rounding slider. As I increase the corner rounding, you'll see the sharp edges transform into smooth, rounded corners. You can also add text inside the shape. Simply click on the shape, and a blinking cursor will appear, indicating that you can type text directly into the shape. For example, let's add the word subscribe. Now you can see the text inside the shape. You can edit this text by changing the font here. Let's switch it to this font. You can also increase the font size by either dragging this slider or typing in the exact size you want. Let's make it 400. You can also underline the text, make it uppercase if it's in lowercase, or change the alignment from here. Spacing adjustments are available as well. You can modify the letter spacing and line spacing to achieve the desired look. Additionally, you can reduce the transparency of both the text and the shape using the transparency option. To access more edits for the shape, click See All to explore other design options or styles you might want to apply. Let's move on to lines. To add a line, click on Lines under the Elements tab. Let me delete the current text to keep things simple. Once you add a line, you can adjust its length by holding Shift and dragging it to the desired length. You can also position it in the middle of the page. To adjust the line weight, use the line weight option. You can also change the line style to solid, dashed, or dotted. Let's use the dotted style. If you need two lines, you can duplicate the current one. You can also customize the line further by adding a start or end point, like an arrow or circle, using the line start and line end options. If you want to change the line type, you can select straight, elbowed, or curved lines from the line type menu. For example, if you're creating a page with the title "This Book Belongs To," you can use a combination of shapes, lines, and text. Adjust everything until it aligns perfectly in the center of the page, indicated by the alignment guide. Once you've arranged all the elements, you can group them together. Just select everything, click Group, and now you can move all the elements as one. And that's it. You've successfully created your page and can now move forward with your design. Let's say you want to create a design, and you've selected all the elements and added the text you want to include in your design. Sometimes, certain elements might overlap with others. If you want to move a specific element to the back or bring it to the front, here's a simple way to do it. You can either use the Position tool or the Layers section in Canva. First, click on the element you want to adjust, then click the Position button. From there, you can move it to the front, which will bring it forward. The element that was previously in front will now move to the back. Alternatively, you can arrange elements using the Layers section. For example, if you want to move the background to the back so that other elements are in front, just drag the background layer down to the last position. This will place it behind all the other elements. After arranging everything, your design will look more polished. To find grids and frames, go to the Elements tab and scroll down to the Frames and Grids section. Let's start with frames. You can search for frames in the Elements tab, and once you click See All, you'll find a variety of options. I'll use the basic shapes as an example. Click on a square frame, and then you can customize it. For instance, you can add a border, adjust the border weight, or add corner rounding for smoother edges. Frames are also great for adding images. Drag an image into the frame, and it will automatically fit inside. To adjust the image, double-click on it. This allows you to crop or expand the image and position it exactly how you want. Once done, click Done to save your adjustments. If you want to replace the image, you can drag a new image into the frame, and it will automatically replace the old one. There's no need to delete the frame. There are many types of frames available, such as photo frames, device frames, letter frames, and retro frames. Explore them to find what suits your design. Let's move on to grids. Similar to frames, you can find grids under the Elements tab by searching for them or clicking See All under the Grid section. Grids are essentially a combination of frames joined together. For example, selecting a grid with multiple sections allows you to add different images into each section. You can customize the grid further by changing the spacing between sections or adding a border. Adjust the grid spacing to make the sections closer together or farther apart. You can also change the border style and weight, or even add corner rounding for a more modern look. To add images to a grid, drag and drop them into each section. You can edit each image just like with frames, double-click to crop, expand, or reposition it as needed. This is especially useful for creating photo collages. After editing, click Done to finalize the changes. Setting up guides or margins is great, especially if you're creating a design where you want to be mindful of where you're placing the elements so they don't go outside the margins and get cut off when the design is printed. It's the best way to ensure you're aware of the areas you're not supposed to go beyond, and that the elements remain inside the safe area that won't get cut off. To turn on the margins, you'll click on File here, then select Settings, and you can either turn on the rulers and guides or show margins. They work differently, so let me show you how rulers and guides work first, and then I'll show you how the margins work. First, I'll turn on the rulers and guides, and it will show guides on the left side and the top of your design. You can drag them if you're aware of the exact measurements you want. For example, let's say I want it at 166, so you'll just drag it like that. Since on the top part you cannot get the exact measurement visually, you'll use a shape to get the exact dimensions for the other corners. You'll click on the shape, hold Shift, and drag it to make it smaller so it maintains its proportions. Then you'll move it to the corner to ensure it aligns with that section. Now you have the exact spacing on all four corners. Since it's hard to get an exact 166 pixels on the top side, you'll place the square in the correct spot and drag your top line accordingly. By doing this, you ensure the measurements on the left and top are consistent. You'll repeat this for the other corners by either duplicating the square or dragging new lines. Once everything is set up, your design will have equal spacing and alignment across all corners. To turn on the margins, go back to File, click on it, and select Settings. First, unselect the Rulers and Guides option, then select Show Margins. This will display the margins, showing you the safe area where all elements should stay. That way, you can ensure your design is properly aligned in the middle and positioned as needed. It's not ideal to just take a single element and place it on a t-shirt as is. It's better to mix up different elements or use one or two elements strategically. If you're using a single element, ensure you've added extra designs to make the design unique. For example, you could add text or extra elements to enhance the design. Let's say you want to create a t-shirt design and use this element. You can add another element or a similar one that complements the current element. Arrange them randomly, then add text below. If you check out this final design, you'll see how it looks more unique compared to simply using a single element. This is important, especially if you're selling the design on print-on-demand platforms or elsewhere. As a best practice, ensure any element you're using on Canva is part of a unique design and not just sold as a single, unmodified element. Let's move on to when you want to use a template. For example, let's say you're searching for an ebook. You're just going to type ebook here in the search bar. Then you'll scroll through to find any template you like. Notice that some templates have a crown, which means it's a premium template, and there are others without a crown, which means they're free templates. If you have a free account, you can use the free templates to get started. For example, this one is free, and this one is a pro template. When you hover over a template, it will show if it has multiple pages. If it does, the pages will swipe automatically, but you can also access the pages by clicking here to preview them. To customize, click Customize this template, and then you can change anything in it. It's best practice not to use a template exactly as it is. You should always change some things to make it look unique. For example, you can change the colors. Let's say you want to change this color. You'll just click on it, then change the color to any you like. You can also change the text in the template. Click on the text and, for example, change it to 10 ways to improve your productivity or any text you want. To change an image in the template, click on the image, then go to the Elements section and search for whatever you're looking for. For instance, if you're looking for a laptop background, type that in, click Photos, and then select an image. Drag the image to replace the existing one, and it will update. You'll repeat this process for the other pages. For example, you can drag another image here and replace it just like that. It's easy to make changes. You can also adjust how the text is placed. Maybe you want to delete one part of the text and keep the other, or you can delete delete one of the images, enlarge another, and reposition it. This way, you've customized the template to make it look unique. You can even change the font of the text. Click on the text, then change the font from here. If you want to apply the same font across all pages, there's a Change All button that appears below. Click it, and the font will update across your design. I've also created a detailed video on how to create an ebook and customize templates in Canva. You can check it out for a step-by-step tutorial. I'll leave the link in the description for easy access. Before I show you how to add a hyperlink, let me quickly define what a hyperlink is. A hyperlink is a reference or navigation element in a document that links to another section of the same document or a different document. When you click on a hyperlink, it takes you to the linked destination, which could be a web page, file, specific part of the same page, or even an email address. Hyperlinks are commonly underlined and highlighted in a different color from the surrounding text, and their definition is specified using a URL. Hyperlinks can be added to text or images, but they're mostly added to text. Let me show you how to add a hyperlink in Canva and how to download the design so the link remains clickable. To do this, click on the text where you want to add the hyperlink. For instance, I'll click on this Sign Up Now text, then click the 3 horizontal dots and select Link. Paste the link in the box and click Done. Once you've done that, the text will turn into a hyperlink. When someone clicks on it, they'll be directed to the linked destination. Finally, when you're downloading the ebook, choose PDF as the file type. Click Share, then Download, and select PDF. Once downloaded, the hyperlink will remain clickable. Let me show you. Clicking on it here will take you directly to the link destination. To resize a design, you'll just come over here to this section where it says Resize and Magic Switch. But notice the resize option has a crown beside it, meaning it's a pro feature. It is actually only accessible if you have a pro account on Canva. You'll just click on that and then scroll down to this point where it says Custom Size. You'll click on it and then you'll change the units first before typing in the width and height. You'll change it to pixels, inches, or centimeters, depending on what you're using. Then you'll type in the new dimensions you want to change it to. Let's say I want to type in 8.5 by 11 inches. It will also show you a preview of your design over here. Whether it's square, portrait, or landscape, you'll be able to see that from this point. Then you'll click Continue. But before clicking, make sure you check the box showing that this is the size you want to change to. Then click Continue. You'll be shown the number of pages for your design here, and you can either select Copy and Resize or resize this design. If you click Copy and Resize, it will make a copy of the resized design while maintaining the current design. However, if you click Resize this design, it will not save the previous design, so it will only change it to the new size without keeping a copy. You'll just choose the option that works best for you. For example, I clicked Copy and Resize, and it asks if I want to open the new size. You'll click on that, and it will open the resized design so you can edit the elements, ensuring that text and placements are in the right position. Saving your design and exporting it depends on the type of design you've created. For instance, if you're saving it as PNG, PDF, SVG, or JPEG, the steps are similar, but the settings vary slightly. To download any design, you'll come over here, click Share, and then click Download. You'll change the file type first. For this case, I'll select PDF print for the ebook. You'll be asked to select the pages and color profile, though changing it isn't mandatory, and then you'll click Download. Different file types have unique settings depending on the type of design. Let me show you an example. If I want to download a PNG, I'll click on PNG, and if I want a transparent background, I can check this box. Notice that it has a crown icon beside it, indicating that it's a pro feature. It's only accessible if you have a pro account. You'll select transparent background, choose the pages, and click Download. For JPEG, you can adjust the size and quality, then select the pages and download. Similarly, for SVG, MP4, or GIF, each has its settings, so you'll select based on your needs. To remove backgrounds on Canva, it's a simple process. Let's say you have an image and want to remove the background. Select the image and it will show the background remover option just on top, or you can access it by clicking Edit. Click on it and the background will be removed in a short time, depending on the image. It's as simple as that. Once done, you'll have your image without a background. And that's it for this beginner's guide to Canva. I hope you found it helpful and are ready to start creating your own designs with confidence. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more quick and simple tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.